Hey, welcome to AFO Current Affairs. Over the coming fortnights, we'll be doing this show alternating from what is it? Lego Inside the Brickbox Lego Community News. Oh crud!
It's not me.
It's my laptop downstairs. Hold on a sec. Please hold.
Oh God. We pay him the big dollars too. Look what we get.
Extra 46 my ass. That's the funniest. Everyone's worried about everyone else. Oh, everything quiet. You're right. Yep. You checked. Yep. And it's the host.
Yep. Sure, he does it too. You got to laugh. If you didn't laugh, you'd cry.
Oh, you'd do, otherwise, yeah, you'll cry.
Okay, where did that be?
Oh, why did I forget about that? Sorry, guys, in the chat, if you're still there. Yeah.
It's hard to get good help, I'll tell you.
Oh, I can't believe I did that. I forgot there was a window still open on the laptop. And I was watching news, so the volume was up. So, where were we? Oh,
all I hear is blah, 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 excuses.
So, AFO Current Affairs starting this week. Next week we'll be back to mainstream news. This week will be topic will be stolen versus borrowed MOC ideas. Tonight we got Phil.
Which one of us wants to answer?
And Phil. Well.
Yeah, pretty much.
P1, P2. Well, Philip from Mount Isa will be P1 because he was first.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
And Bundy will be P2.
Sounds like a fair cop.
Since you're the second Philip of no one. So tonight, the topic, as I said before, stolen versus borrow. Last week, there's been some very controversial things online talking about AFOL stealing other AFOL's ideas and selling them on eBay. Also, we'll be talking along the lines of people borrowing ideas, what in my case is fair game, and actually giving credit when credit's due.
Yeah, I do have a thought on that, actually.
Also, we'll be covering companies stealing ideas from other companies and AFOLs. So, very controversial topic this week. So, starting off, I'll just do a rundown about the what do you call it? The saga, what happened online. So, one of the major AFOL groups on Facebook, not Australian-based, so I'll point that out. It's an international group. Had a person come up saying that another AFOL from the same group, or I'm not even sure if they were still in the same group at the time, had copied a MOC, what was very popular, what had been recognised by the person who copied it as their own thing, and they were selling it on eBay to make a profit from the plans. But at the time, the original constructor of the MOC saw this and vindicated in a good way the person who did it, telling other people don't buy his plans because he'll give them to you for free. And yeah, no, it went from there on.
Good on
That
him.
person now is, I've heard rumors, is banned from eBay. They've been
Person who was offering it for free, or
selling them. The person who was
yeah.
selling it has been banned from eBay because of a whole bunch of people complained because they brought the plans, didn't realize they were own plans of someone else's mock.
Fundamentally, it's stolen IP.
Yeah,
It's stolen.
yeah,
You
yeah.
pay for stolen goods, really, when you think about it, in its simplest form.
And this so far, this has been the only one I've heard what has been outside of the new Bricklink model format, what has been claimed as a stolen product. And yeah, no, it's horrible how someone who's put all this work in to have someone come along, and I think they basically stole the instructions and republished them. I heard he used the original creators' pictures and renderers from what's the name of it? What's the Bricklink designing program? Stud.io, yeah. The rendering from Stud.io of his models, what he had rendered. Also, partially reverse engineered parts of his mock, as well as using some of the instructions he had found online, and started selling them. Big major Lego website, not Lego, but person big Lego fan site had given praise to this person and saying, this is done by such and such, blah 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 blah. And yeah, no, that's not right when you see someone getting praise for someone else's work and also making a buck off it at the same time is ridiculous.
I'm literally busting the hump to say something about this.
So yeah, go for it, Philip. I'd Philip too.
P2, get it right.
P2.
Okay. Yes. Okay. I've got something very much I want to say about this actually. As some people know, I've just posted my completed my final video for my tabletop transformation. I've actually finished it and everything now, and it's not behind me anymore. I've got my room back, and I've actually taken inspiration from a couple of people for their parts of their builds or their builds that I've basically reverse engineered and ended up building completely differently to what the original one was, I might add. I'm of the mind, if you can look at a picture and reverse engineer what has been built, then if you've got if you're smart enough to be able to reverse engineer something that you can look at a picture of on Google, then I say go for it.
As long as you don't resell it.
Don't sell it. That's exactly right. Do not sell the thing that you're building, and give props. If you can give props, give props. In my video, I've given props to Bricknator, the original builder, the builder of the original landing bay that I took inspiration from, which was way better than mine, I'll add. And I've also given props. If you look on Bricklink, there is a person that's actually put up the parts list and the build instructions for free for a bantha, which is, hang on, I'll need to bring this up so I can make sure I'm actually in focus, which is this bantha here. Hang on, focus, God damn it, there, which is that bantha there. And the builder is wheel spinning. I've given him props in my video, but the horns on his bantha, which are not built here, require a very expensive tan-coloured banana, which I just can't get my hands on. So I have looked at the picture for Baron Sat's bantha, and he actually sells his instructions. All I've done is Google it and look at the actual picture because you can't find his instructions anywhere. And I've worked out how he does his horn for the Bantha. So using Will Spinnen's free Bantha build, what I've worked out, I think it's right, to be Baron-Sat's horns, and attaching Z2, I now have a Baron-Sat Will Spinnen Bantha. I can say that's mine. I could say that's mine because
so basically I've made a
put
hybrid.
two sets together. Yeah, I've made a hybrid.
Yeah.
Of course, that's not mine. It's Baron-Sat's horn and it's Will Spinnen's Bantha. I will end up having two on my table. I've given props in my video. I'm not planning on selling these. I'm not even planning on telling anyone. They can look at the pictures and they can reverse engineer them themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
In that respect, I think that's fair. I think that I have the limited intelligence to be able to reverse engineer it. Therefore, I haven't gotten his Baron-Sat's instructions illegally. The one from Bricklink was free. Anyone can go on there and do a search on the build part of Bricklink and find the Banthas, for free. The set list and the part list and the build instructions. So I've done nothing wrong there. Baron-Sat might not like the fact that I reverse engineered his horns, but hey, you know what? What can you do?
But,
yeah, exactly. If you don't want people to reverse engineer your Lego builds, don't post photos on the internet.
Yeah, in the other
It's
forms,
a bit harsh.
What you've done in my case is borrowed an idea.
Yes, I have. But like I said, I've given props in my videos too.
Yeah.
So I gave props where props are deserved. So like I said, Will Spinnen's Bantha. Everything on there is Will Spinnen's Bantha, apart from that brick. I'm waiting for an order to come through. But the horns, because Will Spinnen uses the $3.50 tan coloured banana, which only came out in one set, some expensive Harry Potter set. I've had to reverse engineer Baron-Sat's horns. Now, these are probably wrong. They're probably nothing like Baron-Sat's, but it's as close as I can get, and I think it looks awesome. So, So, yes, if you can reverse engineer something for your own use, I say go for it. If you can do it from a picture. If you're stealing the person's designs and they actually sell those designs, then you're a scumbag and a thief, and you don't deserve to exist.
No, man. If you're building somebody's sellable design and you reverse engineered it, but you're not selling them, I think that's okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not selling them.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And I gave props where props are due. But if if you're reverse engineering it from a random photo on Google, then good on you. You've got the skills to do it. If you found Baron-Sat's instructions on some dodgy website and you've stolen them, then you're a scumbag, as far as I'm concerned, because you've stolen them. That's just thieving. But if you reverse engineered from a photo on Google, then I say go for it.
Yeah.
And I love the same opinion, Phil. I mean, at the end of the day, like, there's nothing wrong with deriving inspiration and taking the time to create somebody or recreate somebody's design. And I mean, I suppose, what do they say? Mimicking or imitating is the greatest form of flattery.
Yeah, imitation is the greatest form of flattery. Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, if you want to go to the extent to sit down and recognize somebody's build as being worthy of your own sort of time to be spending, and I mean, reverse engineering something is not, you look at it and then you just create it straight away. It's not one of those sort of things that you can do. And I mean, there's a lot of thought that goes into, and personally speaking, because I quite like to reverse engineer, I find it a very interesting challenge.
I've found it challenging just doing that.
It's a whole new level of building. And I mean, if you're willing to go to that extent, why not be willing to go a little step further and recognize the person and saying, well, you know what? I recognize this particular individual as being worthy of me spending time.
Yeah.
His design, I feel, is good enough or is great enough for me to spend the time to go and rebuild it.
Yep.
And I mean, you're throwing a name out there and it's not hurting you. I mean, if anything, I think the AFOL community admires you more for the fact that you're willing to recognize somebody's design and you recognize the fact that they have a really great ability. And I mean, it's about educating people too and going, well, hey, sticking out and going, well, I'm not necessarily the best builder in the world, but I take great pleasure in recognising somebody's great work by trying to imitate it.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
people don't go, oh, you're an idiot. Why can't you build something on your own? They go, oh, man, that looks really cool. Who was that dude again? What's his name? Does he have a Flickr account? Where can I find him? You know where he hangs out? Has he got a Facebook page? Like, and that in itself drives greater knowledge within the community too, I think.
Yep.
And I mean,
the biggest thing for me is to give props, to mention the builder by name, and say, look, this was that good that I've stolen it, or I've used it for inspiration.
And I mean, I think using it for inspiration and stealing it are two different things. Like, I mean, you can
very much so, yeah.
Inspiration, but blatantly stealing it for a profit, I think that's where you draw the line and go.
Yeah, no. I would never use someone else's build idea and then make money out of it under my own name, because that's just wrong. It's
fraud, mate. Like,
it is. It's fraud. It's illegal and it's wrong. It's not just wrong because it's wrong. It's wrong because it's bloody illegal.
Precisely. And I mean, people have gone to jail for less.
So yes.
I mean, we're not. In some instances, we're not talking about cheap stations and huge amounts of money, but for some people, that's what keeps the hobby alive.
Yeah. And it's the time. It's the time. It's the time that people put into it to build, to come up with that design.
And the
that took real spin and time.
To recreate instructions. Because I mean, you can build something. I mean, half the people that build don't always build in LDD or Stud.io or any of those design CAD programs, and then they go back after it to try and reconstruct it and rebuild it in those programs. And the amount of time it takes on its own just to do that is just insane.
Yeah.
I mean, and props to people that can do that. I can't CAD and reverse engineer. I can reverse engineer from pictures in Brick. Try and get me to do it on a program, and I'm like, oh, I don't know how programs work. It does my head in. I don't have the patience. Just don't have the patience. And I'm like, why will you start not go on top of that brick right there? There, no, not there, there. Yeah. And it just drives me nuts.
Yep.
So, I mean, I pull my hair out, and I'm not making money out of it. So it's about recognising time.
Yeah, it is. Recognise the person's time and skill. Do that, and I think you've done the right thing.
Yeah.
I've only ever done one Lego show. These are going to be on display at my second Lego show. The first person that says that's an awesome build, I'm going to say straight away, they're not mine. I got these builds from, and I'm going to tell them.
Cost nothing. I mean, they don't care who it is or who you took it from. They're just impressed.
Yeah, exactly. But it's up to me as the AFOL to do the right thing. And especially with kids, if I do the right thing and tell the kids, look, this isn't my build. I've reverse engineered this off a picture on Google, but their original build belongs to blah blah blah. I've shown them the right path, for want of a better phrase. I've shown them to do the right thing, so I've done my bit in that respect.
Oh, most definitely.
So I don't know. Maybe I just think too much of the human race. I don't know.
Nothing wrong with
that. Yeah, no, I've had problems with people copying things, but overall, as long as they give credit where credit's due, it's good. But like in one case, like I do help my mother with her Western displays a lot to construct it up and all that and get it to how she wants it. But there has been another person in another so-called group, not going to say names, almost copied the fort we put together, almost down to the T of where it sits on their display. And yeah, that's one thing what gets me is it was a blade out copy. Full out copy, yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with copying somebody, really. I mean, but like, if you're going to display it, make it known that it's come from somewhere. Like, design borrowed from whoever it was that built it. Like, put a sign on there. If it's a huge part of your display, like if it is like a huge portion of your display and it's a flat out copy, I mean, nobody's going to think less of you if you go, oh, building designed by or borrowed from or copied from. I mean, nobody's going to care.
Yeah.
And I think most people would think more of you because you're taking the time to say, hey, stick your hand up, go, look, mate, it is pretty cool, but it's not mine.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, as Douglas Brickett just said, imitation is the highest form of flattery, and it is. It is. But yeah, no, I'm a person who's flat out, straight out mocker. I do like take like small portions of a model. If I don't know how to build something, I might take a little portion of it, but I don't full out copy some people's stuff and then credit as my own creation.
Yeah, no, you can't do that.
But most of my building mocks these days are getting to a point that they're fully 100% my own creation and all that, and not one mock is the same anyway.
I'm pretty bad for flat out copying people, but I'm not justifying why I do it. I quite enjoy the challenge of the reverse engineer. Like that for me is what I enjoy doing. I enjoy reverse engineer building things, but that's just who I am. But I mean, I'm more than happy to tell you where I got it from. Hey, look, I found it on this page, or this person built it. Like at the moment, I'm reverse engineering Anthony Salva's 8 wide F7. And I've gone and spoken to Anthony about it and I sent him a message and I said, hey, I just want to let you know I'm congratulating you on such an awesome design. And I think it's that great. I hope you don't mind, but I'm going to reverse engineer it. He's seen my message. Like, it's about paying dues. Like, and I'm not going to say, oh, look at the cool F7 I built. Like, that's not what it's about. It's about, hey, this is
it's respect.
Design. It's a top-notch design. I couldn't do any better even if I tried.
Yeah.
I've gone and seen the builder. I had words to him.
It's just respect.
Back, but it's just respect and taking the time to acknowledge the fact that somebody is at the pinnacle of their art. And I mean, it's an art, really.
And usually when you do contact an original builder, they're usually pretty chuffed. You know, that you're using their work.
And I mean, for me, certain builders are sort of the flagship of their sort of genre.
Yeah.
Like you find people who are the best of the best in the type of build that they do. Like there's mad bionicle builders and there's mad people that like to build castles, and they are recognised like globally within the AFOL community as being at the top level of their type of construction.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always going to be people that are going to copy, and I mean, unfortunately, it's a very sad space when you've got people ripping people off.
Yeah. Well, moving along with the ripping off part of it, one problem what actually started arising in probably the last 3 years is big fake Chinese companies starting to rip off AFOLs.
Yeah, that's a completely different kettle of fish. And
that is actually a topic what could be by itself, but tonight we're going to just touch the edge of it. One of the big culprits is Leppin. Leppin, I'm happy to say that word because they're on their way out. They're basically seeing their last days of and they have been finally, their business names have now been called out, and one of them is a well-known builder making of reproductions of Lego Ideas models what haven't made the cut. And so
Lego Ideas models are funny things because like there's an IP right there, even though Lego didn't produce it, they still own it.
I just want to say thank you to Miss Amby.
I mean, and they own it, and Leppin have been to court and have been found guilty, and I mean, you can say it out loud now. It used to be that dirty old word that nobody spoke about, like Voldemort. Oh, he shall not be named.
Yeah.
We all know who you're talking about.
The company that shall not be named.
It's in the public arena. It's gone to court. They've been found guilty. So I mean, at the end of the day, it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good outcome for not only the Lego community as a whole, for like people who like to buy Lego and parents who think they're buying what most would consider a very high quality product, but when you actually get it and you build it, you find out that it's not. And I mean, you feel cheated. Really, I mean that's how that's how you feel. Like you buy something and you go, oh, sweet, I went and paid a fortune for this top quality product, and you have an expectation. It comes in some wrapped up garbage bag, and you're like, hang on a minute, that's not what I bought. And then you realise, oh, I've been duped.
Yeah.
You feel cheated. And I mean, it rips off the community as a whole. And it cheapens the hobby.
Yeah. Going along the lines, I think it was about nearly 7 months ago, another fellow YouTuber out there, he posted a video of a Leppin store in, I think it was Orlando, and like it blatantly is all Leppin products, but they claim themselves as a Lego store. And hopefully with this court case now happening with the Leppin thing now is literally making their product illegal, finally properly illegal in the sense of recognized by the Chinese government. Hopefully it'll bring down these companies who are out there basically saying that they're selling real Lego products, or even in the case of the stolen ideas on sets as well.
What exactly has Leppin been done with, though? Have they been done with... Hang on. Have they been done with stealing IPs, or have they actually been done with stealing the actual brick design?
Okay.
I don't actually know.
At the moment, it's still going through the courts. There has been saying that it's still going through the courts. There's some other things still to clear up, but they're so far been done with using the Friends IP and the Nexel Knights IP.
In the Star Wars and...
no, Star Wars hasn't been done yet. It's a long list. Massive long list that's still going through
I'm just wondering, because they've made so many bricks and so many sets and this, that, and the other, would they be able to fix their name? Would they be, depending on what they're being sued for and what they're being done for, would it be possible for them to build their own stuff? Like, it doesn't have to be City. It doesn't have to be Star Wars. It doesn't have to be an IP.
I think their company is, as a total, is nearly done and dusted. They have been getting really hefty fines by the Chinese government, so I could not see them surviving in either way. But it would involve ridiculous amounts of designing their own products to really come back.
Yeah. It's always a possibility, though.
Unless they
get done. Yeah, unless they get done for the actual brick itself, the whole IP of the brick itself.
Yeah.
If they get done for that, then they're... Yeah.
I've heard one of the court cases still to be done is to do with the actual minifig molds, what were stolen from a recycler, and that's one of the court cases coming up in the next few months. Alongside, I think there's 2 other IP companies who are chasing Leppin now. With the help of Lego, because they only recognise Lego as the IP.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's an interesting kettle of fish, isn't it?
Yeah. But it's a start. It's in the right direction. The next one is to do with I've heard rumors there's 3 other companies who are on the list to go to court, but because of the Leppin case being so big, it's held up the courts for so long. So yeah, but yeah, no, it gets me. Is like, you're a company, you want to make money. You don't copy your competitor. You try and create your own product. It might be a building brick, but you don't like identically put out the set, like in the case of was it the the Porsche and the Bugatti, both were blatantly copied before they were even put out in the market. And yeah, that's getting ridiculous the way it goes.
But I mean, at the end of the day, I think the way that most of those sort of dodgy brothers incorporated companies work is they're not paying somebody to design it, so it's at a lesser cost for them to manufacture something. I mean, and Lego don't hide their designs either. Like, as soon as it says release, you can get the instructions online. Like, and I mean, a lot of the Lego designs themselves aren't very hard to reverse engineer. Like, if you spend enough time, you can figure out how it's built.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, when you've got the likes of Porsches and Bugattis coming out before they've even been released on market, you have to sort of look at the question and say, well, somebody's selling somebody out.
I think Leppin was their own worst enemy, in the fact that they used box art and logo that was so close. If they were smart and just did their bricks and didn't box them as sets or whatnot, they could have worked out a way of surviving and growing off of the fact that you can just download Lego's instructions. And they could have just made like the same shape of bricks and plates and whatnot, and probably could have gotten away with it to a degree. But they got too greedy too quick and went the whole hog, and that's where they've hurt themselves.
But I think too that close recognition, and I mean, I've heard many a horror story, or many not horror, but I've heard many stories, and I'm sure that most AFOLs have, of people who have gone and bought these sorts of products thinking that they were Lego because they haven't actually looked at the logo. They just saw the red rectangle in the top corner, going, oh yeah, white writing, sweet Lego, looks like a Lego box would look, don't pay any further attention to it. Oh, look what I got you, honey. And they're like, what the hell is this rubbish? It's like, oh, I got Lego set. No, it's not Lego. What do you mean it's not Lego? It doesn't even say Lego. And they're like, oh, well, I thought it was. And that, I think, it was a whole marketing point on itself.
Yeah.
And I mean, they attracted definitely a market by doing that.
Yeah. Well, that was actually one of the states as well. What came up in that court case is they can't use any form of words or abbreviations of Lego or colors or fonts, or it can make them look like Lego.
So they can't have Star Wars anymore.
No, nobody wants warts on stars, okay? They're not cool.
Or Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's a sad situation that there's people out there that just have to steal other people's stuff, whether they be companies or people.
Yeah.
It's just a sad situation.
That's the whole thing, I think.
Yeah. Well, I understand there's other companies out there who produce parts, and I'm accepting of those. I know it's still a real dirty word with third-party parts out there, but when you come down to, like me with Lego trains, there's certain track components you would love to have in the RC track versions out there are not available. You can't get them. And there's one company out there, I'm happy to say their name. They are good products. Most people buy from them is 4D Bricks. There's also another company, I forget what their name is. I only found them in the last few. Say it again? Brick Tracks. Yeah, that's it. Brick Track is the other one. I like their products. I hope to order from them one day too. So
I'll be back in a minute. I've got to go kill a dog.
In those instances, those sorts of companies put in a lot of R&D.
Yeah. They actually design their products.
They go in and they engineer it, and they do molds and they do quality testing. And I mean, their brand is built on the back of quality products.
Yeah.
And building for, as you said, as you identified correctly, a niche market. Like if Lego won't make it and people want it, by all means, people will go and find it. Like, I mean, yeah, we get back onto that L word.
Well, the number one thing I'm chasing after is for the crossover tracks and the three-way point systems they build.
I mean, people will buy sets that they can't get. Like, and Leppin have found a market. Like, they were producing sets that Lego had produced for years, and they were selling for a third of the price. People didn't like the fact that it was a blatant copy, but there was definitely you can't. while the way they did it was really dirty, and I think when you've got a legitimate company that invests time, money, and energy, as well as it as their own, it's not like we're selling Star Wars track. It's we're selling 4D bricks, or we're selling brick tracks.
Yeah.
One of a kind. It's like the Lego product was. It's compatible with the original Lego product, but it's our product. It's slightly different. We've improved on the design, and it meets these specifications, and we've tried it. And their name's built. And I mean, those sorts of companies haven't sort of popped up overnight. They've been for a very long time, building rapport with customers, getting out there and trying to sell their product in a market that wants it.
Yeah.
And it's not like, oh, we're stealing Lego's molds. We've got a market that we think needs to be filled.
Yeah. So yeah, no, that was another form of way of companies have come up, and they've actually created products what fill the gaps where people like Leppin, who are basically just blatantly gone out and rip out products and copied them, and also in some cases stolen molds from recyclers in China. But yeah, no, getting back to the Leppin thing, I've got a feeling how they get their hands on the designs early is I reckon they have a way of getting into those places who print the instructions in China. Most Lego instruction books are printed in China these days. So I wouldn't be surprised if someone stumbled, as the word says, over the instructions and sold them on to Leppin. So,
and I think that there's got to be an inside job somewhere. I mean, to have a company, and I mean, let's be honest. If you were real, you have to be so bloody good to reverse engineer the spaghetti. You would have to be. You have to be in a completely different space. You would have to be like a guru of Lego technique to reverse engineer that. Just by pictures. I mean, you can't see inside it. None of the pictures that were released by Lego early.
And the way back shots too.
And it's all like the engineering complexity involved in that, and the shape and the curves and the angle. You would have to be on a completely different level. You would have to be I couldn't even begin to imagine the nightmare you would come in with and have it out before Lego have it out.
Yeah, as Douglas just said, how did they know about the new gears as well?
Yeah.
So
there's somebody selling something to someone on the back of a truck somewhere, and the companies, and I mean it wouldn't be, and I can imagine that it wouldn't be for like a little bit of money either. I could imagine that it would be quite a considerable amount. I mean, you look at it and you go, oh, it's a bootleg bit of kit, and it's like they're underselling it by like $300. I'm like, but think about, you undersell it for $300, but you sell 3,000 copies of it. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I mean, you would be selling more than 3,000 copies of it. I can guarantee you.
Oh yeah, they're definitely making their money out of quantity, not quality.
Yeah, so they would be going to these dudes and saying, oh, I'll give you, I don't know, round figure $5,000 if you can give me a book. And I mean, for you to walk out with something in your bag for $5,000, and I mean, realistically, you could walk out with it for $5,000, jump in your car, get pulled over by the coppers, they could search your car, take one look at it, not think seconds about it, and just go, all right, go too easy. All right, see you later, thank you very much.
Yeah,
it's not like you're carrying contraband drugs, but I mean, $5,000 to the untrained eye, you wouldn't even look twice at it. But I mean, there would be big money in it, I can imagine.
Yeah, definitely.
But on the other flip side, there's a lot of risk involved too. Like if you get caught.
Yeah, true. But yeah, no, that actually going along the lines of Leppin again, one of their traits with their products to know that is counterfeit products is their number one problem they've had for years is not actually producing the bricks to the right PSI pressure and having them made out of basically low-grade plastics as well. And that is one other way that they scam people over, is you think it's good grade stuff. It's going to be like Lego. You get it. It's crap.
I mean, even still, like, the safety involved with that space, like, their plastic is so rubbish. Like, I liken it to the reddish brown for Lego. Like, there's no secret that reddish brown for Lego is one of their worst colors. Like, it doesn't hold up very well. It shatters and splinters, and I mean,
it's brittle.
It's been like that for years. It's nothing new. The AFOL community is well aware of the problems that Lego have with reddish brown. But when you look at third-party bricks, every single color is like that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't shatter to a way where you sort of go, oh, that's a little bit dodgy. It shatters where you're like, holy shit, I just impaled my finger on that and I've got a massive cut. I'm going to have to go to the hospital and maybe get stitches. Like, it is really horrible.
And when it shatters, it's not like it's a little bit. It's like a sharp piece.
And that's the when you've got kids that like, I mean, if you watch kids play with Lego, I mean, let's be honest, they're sitting there like this going, kind of break their Lego up and they're sticking it in their mouth trying to get it undone. I mean, most of the kids don't even know what a brick separator is, but imagine them sticking that sort of Lego or that plastic in their mouth and it's shattering in their mouth and then ended up spearing inside their mouth and piercing their tongue. And it's just a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yep.
Safety aspect involved is just scary. I mean, that ain't fair.
No, they got their money. They don't give a rat's ass what happens to your kid.
Yeah. Well, the mob who was doing the counterfeit minifigures, they stole was it the Friends mold and the ordinary Lego mold, and when they started producing, they couldn't produce the friend heads correct when they were doing them. And if you're an idiot and buy these, the Friends dolls heads come with the hair stuck on because half of its brain is missing on the back.
Fair enough.
So,
oh my god, don't get started. Like, that's just stuff.
Yeah, it's horrible. They can't even produce a product properly just to turn around and basically, and make an inferior product and ship it to the Western countries, and people willingly sell them, and some of them do.
The problem is people willingly buy them.
Yeah,
that's where the bigger problem is.
In some instances, though, some people don't even know that they're buying them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is true. Yeah,
they think they're buying quality products, and I mean that's where they've got the market fooled. Like, and I mean, I don't buy on eBay. Like, before this whole clone rubbish thing started, and Leopard and these slobbing figures and these Lego compatible figures sort of started coming through, I used to buy on eBay quite regularly because people would offload their bootleg Lego like boxes that they'd had from childhood. You can't do that no more. You just can't do it because you don't know what you're buying.
Yeah.
And
that
goes, oh, have a piece of Mega Blocks to go, have a whole collection of Mega Blocks and go box full of Lego for sale, and you knew basically, hey, can you just take another photo of that for me because I think it's not what it's supposed to be, and you could tell now, like back then, you could go, oh, it's definitely Mega Blocks. Now they take a photo of Lego and it looks like it could be Lego, but it's not until you actually get it to your door, have a look for it, and find that there's no stamps on the stud that you realise. Oh, man,
someone posted a lot for sale. Yeah, someone posted a lot for sale on a local Facebook BSS group, and it was a Lego police vehicle and fire truck and something else. And I looked at it and it was like dirt cheap. It was like, some kid's ex-toy, just need to be washed and it'd probably be perfectly okay. And I looked at it and I went, oh, and then I looked at the instruction manual that they show, and a picture on it's very blurry, but you can see the picture on the instruction manual is not a Lego minifigure. And then just out of, I reckon that's been placed so you can't see the actual logo, but there's just enough of the logo shows that you can tell that it's not a Lego logo either.
Yeah.
And of course, the picture's blurry, so you can't see the studs on the bricks and the plates. But yeah, I took one look at that and went, nope. No, thank you.
That's where they get you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where they get you. And that's why I don't buy like eBay no more. If I'm going to buy something, I want to see it.
Yeah,
I'll pay more for it.
You get the scammers who do that. They do that on purpose. They probably put only a few mils of real Lego scattered across the top to make it look real. And you get it, and beneath it is like Mega Blocks,
stuff. I don't mind paying more for someone's crappy toy box that's been scratched and scuffed and whatever, knowing that it's all legit Lego. Like, it may be old, I'll use it as filler, I don't care, as long as it's the product that you advertise it as. But you can't do that no more. And that's the problem now, and that's where these sorts of companies are making a killing on places like that. And I mean, you see all these people on these forums and web pages and social media raving about these great deals that they've found online. I can buy a Millennium Falcon for $300 Australian, and you're thinking, a UCS Millennium Falcon is $1,200 bucks. $1,300 bucks. How can you get it for $300 bucks? Something doesn't add up here. Alarm bells in most AFOL minds are going off, but for the average Joe who just sees it as a cool kit, they're like, man, why would I go and spend $1,300 when I can get the same Lego product? Lego product.
Yeah, exactly.
$100, and you're like, man, that's not going to be Lego.
Wake up and smell the coffee, dude.
Yeah, pretty much. But I mean, and it's the newcomers that seem to get scammed, and that's where their market is for the new, unknown, and mums and dads.
Yep.
Going down Kmart, seeing the same stuff at Kmart, thinking they're getting an awesome online deal, getting it here, and it's nothing like a Lego product.
Yeah.
That's their market. That's squared the market.
That's the reason why I always buy from reputable Lego places like Kmart, Toy World.
No different to buying cameras.
Yeah. At least you know it's the product you're going to get, compared to buying from someone you don't know on eBay who's selling, it's a new kit, brand new, unopened. You get it and you find out. Yeah.
All the ones brand new, no box, no manual.
Yeah.
I've seen those ones, and I'm like, if it was brand new and there's no box and no manual, then it's not quite brand new, is it?
No.
Or is it?
But you do have. But when you're saying things like that about PayPal, you do have the PayPal protection, though. So if it's sold as, it's up to you to be careful. But if it's sold as Lego and you get a weapon set, you will get your money back.
Yeah, I know these same scams run through on Gumtree as well. That's why Gumtree is not as reputable as what it used to be with Lego products.
Yeah, when I first saw Gumtree, there was that much dodgy crap on there. I just went, nope, not for me. Thank you, but no thank you.
And even the legit stuff, you guarantee it was stolen.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Gumtree always just rubbed me the wrong way. It's like, no, something seems very dodgy about Gumtree. Yeah. So I've never actually given it any credit.
You bring up a really good point there, Phil, around PayPal. And I mean, people watching back, I can't speak highly enough of it. If someone says, I've got this really great set, it's brand new, I'll post that to Express, and then you go, all right, too easy, and like it could be legit on the outside. Looking at it from the outside, you go, oh yeah, it ticks all the boxes. See the manual, it's all good. Don't go and give them friends and family unless you know them and you're good mates. Don't. And if they say, I'm selling it for a mate and it needs to be bank transfer, don't do it. Do not do it. You'll never see your money and you'll never see your Lego.
That reminds me of a sale that I mentioned in a certain chat not long ago.
Yeah.
I mysteriously got taken down after I mentioned it.
Yeah. I've been scammed real badly on eBay years and years ago. I did, as Phil says, don't do direct pay. I direct pay trying to get these gift vouchers for accommodation in Cairns. I was out of pocket $153. So,
They win you about the 5%, and yeah, what's the general says? 3%, 3 or 5%, somewhere around that number anyway.
What's that for goods and services?
Yeah,
2.6% plus 30 cents Australian.
There you go. And I mean, when you think about it, 2.6% plus 30 cents on $1,000. What's worth more to you, the $1,000 or the 2.3% plus 30 cents?
Exactly. Yeah. It's the buyer has to not be a tightwad too.
Yeah.
For peace of mind, and I mean, you can't pay for it. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's easier to send an email to someone and go, "Hey, I got duped," than it is to hound somebody for money, knowing that they're just going to block you or they're not going to answer the phone.
Yep.
And I mean, you hit on a really good point there when you're buying these sorts of items, and there is a lot of that sort of bootleg stuff flying around the interwebs. It pays to have security, because at the end of the day, people have recognized the market for this.
Yeah.
And it's such a big market, and it's so lucrative.
Yep.
And they understand that AFOLs will pay big money for collections or particular sets to be part of their organised, to be part of their collection. And I mean, Lego's not what it used to be. It's not like you go down to the garage sale and you pick up a 60-litre tub for $20 because my son had no value to me anymore. It's not like that anymore.
Yeah, my son stopped playing with it, so I just want to get rid of it. They don't do that now.
It's a commodity now. People will go and invest a lot of time in making sure. I mean, look at Bricklink.
Yeah.
Bricklink, people can live on Bricklink. You can do Bricklink selling full time and make a living.
I hope so.
Like you can do that. Like you can legitimately make a lifestyle out of being a Bricklink seller, because there is a lot of money in it.
Yeah.
And I mean, people are recognizing that. So, I mean, people go, "Oh, if you're going to spend an amount of money, you've obviously made a commitment to it." And I mean, if you're going to spend that much money, what's 2.6% plus 30 cents more?
Yep.
A drop in the ocean.
Yeah.
I'd be more pissed off by the fact that I just wasted $1,000 and not spent like 15 or $20 in security to know that I can get my $1,000 back. Then when $1,000 back up with they go and no money.
Yeah, when you finally receive a weapon set, you go, "Oh crap! I wish I'd done the goods and services."
Yeah. And I mean, and I'm not saying that doing goods and services or friends and family isn't a bad idea if you know the person, by all means. But on a face value, if you've never seen the person before, they don't even live in the same channel, the same country, and you've never actually had a chat to them. And I mean, just because you chat to somebody on Facebook doesn't mean that you're their friend.
Yeah.
Oh man, you've got this cool deal. Oh, he messaged 3 or 4 times for 3 or 4 days. I mean, at the end of the day, 3 or 4 days worth of somebody's time to make $1,000 is worth the effort.
Yeah.
And that's absurd. I mean, I can't speak highly enough of it. And you've got to be careful these days because of these sorts of companies that run around and do these sorts of things.
Well, as the saying goes, Facebook is the next area where people are now starting to scam, and it's just an evil loop. A new website will start up. Oh, we do buy sell. The scammers will move on to the new format because they know they're being all sorted out in the old formats. They move along. They keep scamming. So,
I mean, and that's just it. That scammers game is never up.
Yeah.
And you've got to stay on top of the new markets as they come through, otherwise you get left behind.
Yeah.
Lego's not what it used to be. Like, even 5 years ago, the hobby was a completely different hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't go to eBay looking for a bargain or for a deal anymore, that's for sure.
No, because the deal will be on you.
Yeah, it will be.
And it's not like Amazon's any different. It's as bad as eBay.
It's all about the way you word things. And I mean, at the end of the day, it hurts me a little bit, but if you're ever unsure, just go onto a group and ask your mates, like, who are in the same hobby, like, hey, looking at this really cool deal, it's like $30 less. What do you guys think? And most people, 9 times out of 10, will be either able to say, yeah, looks legit, or steer clear.
Yeah. It doesn't take long for someone to get a bad name.
Oh, most definitely. And I mean, people will be like, oh, what's the website? Let me have a look. Or what's the name of the dude? And most people will know these sorts of guys that do these things. Like, oh, hang on a minute. I think so-and-so had something about them the other day. Hang on, just wait a minute. I'll tag him and we'll see if he can chime in. And that dude will be like, nah, don't buy from him. He's dodgy. Yeah.
Well, as Martin N says in the chat, if you can't touch it or see it, I don't buy it. I agree with that too. Unless it's a legit way to agree, yeah.
To a degree.
I mean, if you've got mates that are around there, I mean, swing them $20. Hey man, I'll put $20 in your car on the weekend. Would you mind jumping down and just going down and have a look at a deal for me? And then just give me a call when you're there. If you think it's legit, I'll wire the money straight away, and you can buy it then and there. I'll swing you $20 of petrol.
I can understand that if you can't touch it or see it, don't buy it. But then that's got to be taken in a certain context, I think. If you are going through somewhere that can guarantee you to get a refund on a dodge deal, so any company that deals with PayPal with goods and services, then you've got a relative amount of security and safety there to be able to buy your item that you can't touch or see. Because it's saying things like, if you can't touch it or see it, don't buy it. You'd never shop on Bricklink, that's for sure.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's what it's about. I think
sometimes you do have to buy where you can't touch or feel it.
But I think it's about doing your homework.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Know the person that you're buying from. That always helps. Do your own research on the person. It's not hard nowadays.
Or even the product that they're promoting.
Yeah. No, 90%, as you said before, 90% of the time you ask in any of the AFOL groups online, 90% someone will know the person.
Yeah, yep.
And can recommend them.
And if someone's selling something, say, I've got brand new in box Super Star Destroyer that I'm selling for $800 and the box is in mint condition, blah, blah, and all they do is provide a stock standard Lego photo, like a production photo. Message them and say, take a photo of the box for me, will you?
Proof of life. Yeah, show me proof of life with your name against the box.
Yeah. Take a photo of your set of this awesomely priced, unbelievable set with paper with today's date next to it.
And your name on it, yeah.
Yeah, and your name. Seriously, if I'm talking about $800 for something I know is worth $1,300, I'll happily pay the GNS. I'll pay the extra, but I want a photo of the actual product, and I want to know it was taken from this person actually holding it, or from their house type thing. So, a lot of scammers will just block you instantly and not reply to that sort of a request. So that's one way of stopping them.
But I mean, even like, I mean, I'm not sort of steering people away from these sorts of things. I mean, there are great deals to be found. Don't get me wrong. By all means, go and, I mean, yeah.
I'm yet to find one.
Don't buy it. I mean, to a point. But I mean, at the end of the day, too, there are great deals to be had. Like, you do see people who buy ridiculous sets for really great prices. I mean, there are people out there that do benefit and make these sorts of things, but you've just got to be aware that.
Sorry.
I keep putting him down. He keeps jumping back up before I can sit down.
Philip's lost his chair.
Oh, bloody cat.
Sorry about that, Philip 1.
Yeah, sorry, Philip P1.
No, you're right, man. Like, there can be great deals, though. You just buy beware.
Yeah, exactly.
The market is full of lots of rats, and at the end of the day, if you've got a pretty good trap, you'll find rats quick enough.
Like if I had a Super Star Destroyer, I wouldn't be bloody selling it. But if I had a Super Star Destroyer for sale, and I was asking for something, that I knew was a ridiculously good price, I would actually tell the buyer, look, research me. If you're not sure about me, research me. Ask on the group about me. Anyone who knows me will voice up for me, and anyone who doesn't like me will voice up as well. or if I've done something wrong, you'll soon hear about it.
Challenge me.
It's only the scammers that get all shitty about someone asking on a group about them. Anyone who gets cranky about that, don't deal with them.
By all means, challenge me on my sale.
Yeah,
Ask me
exactly.
the questions. Then if you're legit and you're genuinely selling something, you will make the effort to go that little bit extra, guaranteeing like, if you're not going to give me the runaround, I'll invest the time. If you're legit interested, let me know what you want, and I'll go the extra mile to please you, because at the end of the day, it's worth my time to secure a sale.
Yep.
And that's the difference between a scammer and a genuine seller.
Yeah.
And I mean,
you want tracking on your parcel? I'll give you tracking.
Most people who are legit about selling something at a really good price will 9 times out of 10 tell you why.
Yeah.
I have this super starter story, as your example is. It's $1,300 brand new, but I'm selling it for $800 because it's got yellow parts, or because I'm missing the minifigures, or because, like, they'll tell you why it's so cheap.
Yep, definitely.
Or my son had it on his shelf and he no longer uses it anymore. He's moving out of house, happy. And then you go, oh, look, can you show me a photo of it? And I mean, if it's legit, they'll take a photo. I don't care. Most mums don't care, and most children just want to sell it so they can buy a new Xbox game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, that is so true.
I've had that happen quite a few times. Kids that come through and they're like, oh, doing my Lego collection to fund video games.
And the funny thing about it, 20 years time, they'll be regretting it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I mean, you do have kids that, like, when you see kids posting, it's like you have a look there on them on Facebook and you go, okay, you're a child, you've got all these photos of kids around your age. You said you're selling your Lego for an Xbox. That could quite possibly be legit.
Yeah.
Do a bit of stopping.
Unless you're in Australia or New Zealand, Martin, you probably won't be able to order from me for now, because I'm sticking inside my country and New Zealand just for now, until I get my feet a bit more wet, get the business a bit more stable. Mind you, for a special purchase, I could probably break the rule too.
I think that was a good show today. We've really covered a good topic this week. Might continue on with a similar topic in a fortnight's time. I think we'll go into Bricklink next fortnight. I think Philip will like that one.
Sorry, well, we're doing what now?
Talking about Bricklink, and we'll talk about how some Bricklinkers who buy new products, who swoop products in the public and wipe stock from shelves. Also, we'll talk about how the format has changed the AFOL community over the past, I think it's coming up to 20 years nearly of Bricklink. So
wow, is it that old? Holy
2001 it started up. So
holy dooly.
Yeah. So
I did not know that. Wow.
Yeah. Keep your eyes out. In a fortnight's time, we'll be talking about that. Next week, we'll be back with Inside the Brickbox Lego Community.
Does that mean I can drop some Bricklink store names?
Yeah. I don't care.
Bricklink store names?
I don't care.
Okay, it's fine. In that stream, I'm going to give everybody my personal top 10 stores that I've dealt with.
Okay. Yeah, no. That's good thing.
No, I want to give credit where credit's due. I've done it on my video.
No.
I want to verbally actually mention a couple of stores.
Yeah, no. It's good. Bricklink has
not my own.
Oh, how many times we've spammed your store over the last year?
It's been mentioned. Yeah, it gets mentioned a few times. I don't fish for it.
Douglas said, guess Hey10 would be number one.
Actually, I've got equal number one. Thank you very much.
Ooh.
2 places equal number one. One and the other place, one's Hey10, yes, and the other place is actually somewhere where I've placed more orders with than I have with Hey10.
Ooh.
between Haytan and this other store, it covers a third of my total Bricklink orders, but that's not the point. I think I've done 10 with Haytan, and the other place I've done more. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll leave that right now. We'll be spoiling it for the next fortnight. Don't forget in TGI Friday on Friday. Oh God!
Geez, that's interesting.
That's a bit obvious. Yeah.
She should confuse everyone and do it on a Saturday.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Sorry, I'm just fighting midgies in the house.
It's like Taco Tuesday, but on a Friday.
They'll be over on ABC site. I won't be on because I'm out of here for the weekend.
Have you got something Lego related?
Market weekend.
Ah.
I got market weekend, so I'm out of town.
Selling dodgy bloody Mega Block stuff, are you?
No. I actually do not sell Lego at the markets at all.
Oh,
I used to.
Oh, damn,
I used to, but I don't do it anymore. But not dodgy stuff. I never sold dodgy stuff.
Adam's Mega Block Emporium.
Don't forget to keep your eyes out next Friday during the daytime. I'm not sure what time it'll be. I'll be doing a live stream from Maryborough Brick Events.
Yeah,
while I'm doing my setup, so you can actually see how much process goes into setting up my display. I'll probably be popping in and out of the stream helping other people, as usual, aka Mum. And other people. Till then, guys, thank you for everyone being in the chat. Thank you, Dugsbix, Martin M, Adam Spong, Timmy Thurston. Who else dropped in? Miss Amby.
Yes, Miss Amby was in earlier.
Miss Amby, thank you for all dropping in this week. I hope you enjoyed the format of this new current affairs show. It's something I've been thinking about for a few weeks now. Until then, stay safe, play well, and keep on building. Bye for now.
See you, everybody.
Yeah.
Put it on camera.
Bye.